We're on the test server. We're going to be playing the Vigilante team, and I'm going to say there are some things that I like about the team, and there are some things that I do not like about the team. And I will give you a crystal clear example, all in one ability of what I like and dislike about the team. So we got Silver Sable Ultimate. She goes first quite often. On offense, if this character has 4 more Vigilante allies, reduce the duration of all positive effects by 2 in all enemies. So that's very much like in-game Thanos. It goes off early in the match. She's the first one to attack. It feels good. Now, what I do not like about this team is that this only works if there's 4 more Vigilante allies. This is a raid team, and it's the opposite of agency. It's the opposite of plug and play. The team is designed to work together and excel in raids. You know, how this team is going to work and operate individually or outside of raids comes into question. I feel like that is the direction the game is going right now, is away from plug and play characters, away from theory crafting, more into, you know, complete teams that stay in their lane. Now, I was a little bit worried about that when I went into this, because I thought, oh, are they going to even be able to beat like a team like Illuminati? So we're going to go and do some gameplay, and we'll see how they do. They're not as bad as I thought, but they're definitely not going to run over, you know, war teams like, you know, Astral. They're just not. They're not going to do anything against Absolute A-Force. Also, I want to call to your attention that I have a second YouTube channel where I do videos about Raid Shadow Legends. I started playing Raid Shadow Legends about 7-8 months ago. They sponsored the channel, and I got to tell you, when they initially sponsored me, they said, this game is a lot different than you think. You've heard the memes. You've got a conception of it. When you play the game, you will find out that it's actually good and you will love it. And I kind of said, yeah, whatever, right? I didn't really believe them, but when I met up with them a month or 2 ago, that's absolutely true. I love the game. It's a good game, especially PvE content. Well, anyways, on this channel, you'll find videos that I've done with Boylon, videos with Kat, a lot of videos with Arnold. We're having a blast. It's a good game. And when I look at numbers from third-party sites, it just is absolutely blows my mind that Raid Shadow Legends has never had more people playing the game. Raid Shadow Legends has never had higher revenue than ever. Their game is going upwards. They have a positive trend, which is just wild. That the game is 6 years old and it is still doing better. I think they just had their biggest month ever, according to some data that I saw on a third-party site. So, link in the description to the video, to the channel rather. Also, you could use the QR code. Let me hit the button and put the QR code there on the screen, or you can use the link in the description. There's a bunch of bonus stuff if you use my link for new players. All right, let's back to the testing for the Vigilante team. Let's do this. Let's go up against a full Annihilators. I got to tell you, Sable feels really good. Also, he's going to be taunting. Let's see, and I like him as healer. I've been going back and forth between healer and fortifier. I do like him as healer. And then I've also got him next to Electra so that he can survive. He's going to get beat up. So I think fortifier, healer. I do like his ISO attack. And I tried using him as striker, but there was just certain matches where he was getting beat up too quickly. Yeah, look at that. Tank that. Okay. All right, so this is the ability that I really like right here. This is going to get rid of all the positive attacks. I think there are a ton of teams that have Safeguard. So this feels really good. And I put Skirmisher on there to get it to drop as much as possible. This also feels good right here. This is Stun Trauma. Let's see if we can get through Thanos right here. No. All right, well, pretty close. I think we'll get through it here pretty quickly, though. All right, we got to get rid of this heal block. All right, let's see. Don't do it. Oh my God. All right, and then also worth noting is that this is on the test server, so everything on this account is 7 red, 7 yellow, gear tier 19, and purple 3. So that may not be realistic in the real world, right? Because in the real world, you know, like Punisher's gonna perhaps have diamonds, so will Elektra perhaps have diamonds, where I may not even have, like, you know, 3 yellows or 4 yellows on the new characters. Rarely do I get them up and running out of the gate. So full annihilators, they do fine, right? And I was like, okay, that's cool. Annihilators is kind of, you know, everybody knows what annihilators are. Illuminati, super fast, right? Let's go in there and try that out. Let's see here. Oh my God, it keeps changing this. I kind of like this as healer though. This was a match where I had Daredevil as striker, and he was just getting beat up because they're so fast. And so I think having the healer on him, because his passive, Daredevil's passive, you know, has healing pop off quite a bit actually. So I think when the other enemies are attacked, you know, he passively heals. So the team at 5% outside of raids, 20% inside of raids. So getting a little bit more out of that seems to give the team a little bit more sustain. I think I tried Fortifier too. Fortifier worked okay. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, look at this. We're just getting beat up here, man. All right, strip away all the positive effects. I'm running Skirmisher on her. She could be Raider, I suppose, too, but Skirmisher, I didn't really run into a focus problem. See, look at, like, that's all gone. And then we're going to get a stun here. So might as well do it. Normally, I would like to get in on Hank or something like that, but let's just do that. Okay. Yeah. There we go. We got through Captain Britain. This does a lot of damage. It just does. All right. And let's see if I can get through Hank. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. That feels good. That feels good, right? You know, it's just like, oh my God, Punisher does a lot of damage. And then from here, this feels good. So I feel like this is pretty good, right? I mean, okay. Again, my opponents are going to have diamonds on their Illuminati, right? So I don't know how fair that is, right? My opponents are going to have diamonds. I'm not seeing 7 red, 7 yellows. I'm seeing multiple diamonds on this team when I play up against them. Same thing here. So this is like, you know, all things being equal, you know, everything being the same, I'm getting this result. But like when a team comes out, I'm not going to have 7 yellow, 7 red on the new characters. You know what I mean? And so that's why I'm thinking I'm going to do Skirmisher on Sable first, because, you know, this is a 7 red, 7 yellow, but, you know, you really want all that stuff to drop down when she goes early. And I got to tell you, her opening ultimate feels so good. Look at all these positive effects, and then just to be able to drop all of them, the duration down by 2 on it, which was, you know, it's an in-game Thanos, right? There they go. Look at boom, 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 boom. Look at, so we might be able to get into Super Skull right here. And Hitmonkey's going to come in with stun trauma if he gets to take a turn. Well, maybe. All right, well, we're stuck there. All right, we're going to chain right here. This is a chain attack. Let's see if we can get some kills here. Punisher should come in and clean a lot of this up. Punisher actually does damage, and I think a lot of people are going to have Punisher at diamonds. Yeah, that feels good. Punisher feels good. All right, I'm just going to go down the middle here. Try to get through Super Scroll, and he is dead, right? Okay, let's go for the reviver. Punisher just does ping, ping, ping. All right, we need to get, there's all of this. May not win this, but I have won this match before. I can get... unfortunately, the cooldowns are really high, right? Okay. See, that's stun. Well, let's stun you. And keep the pings to a minimum. Oh, I did the wrong button. Well, I meant to do... Well, we'll be fine. All right, I should have did the ultimate. Oh, no. The Super Scroll revived. We didn't get to... We didn't get to Scientist Supreme. So this is like a worst case scenario, right? Worst case scenario. Oh, Super Scroll gonna ruin our day? Probably. Oh man. I feel like we got pretty unlucky there. All right, well now she's gone. And well, so this is stun trauma right here. Okay. All right, now we're gonna just hard target Super Scroll. So I'm happy with this. I mean, this just feels pretty good. All right, there we go. We're doing our thing, right? All right, there you go. And so, I mean, so far, like, the footage is fine, right? Like, this looks okay, right? I mean, it just does, right? This will chain around. I really like Sable. I really like having some say over how the match is going to play out, because you're not stuck behind safeguard, immunity, taunt. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that it feels good. And I think that will be useful in Crucible also. They walk over Alpha Flight. They walk over Nowhere. I kind of would expect those are like older pre-Ares teams. They don't take a turn against Mephisto, and they just get wiped by this. Like, Mephisto and Ares are so punishing, and then Carnage passive kicks in, and they loop you. This is a match that I've gone into a couple times, and I always feel like I'm gonna win it, or it's like really close to winning. And then Old Man Logan does his thing. Or it's like, I've almost got it. It's like, I've almost got it. So I have won this before, but I think I came into this match 3 or 4 times and only won once. So I'm not expecting a W here. But again, Sable out of the gate, just going to get rid of all this nonsense, right? Look at all this stuff out there. And then she's going to say, no, you did it. And then just get rid of it. I don't know if that's what she says, but it's gone. And then, like, right here, we can just chain around. We may get a kill over there somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, we've already got through, like, okay, so cool, right? We can go over here. I think going after Old Man Logan wouldn't have. He's just gonna see. This is where it becomes a mess, right? Let's see if we can get through this right here. Yeah, this is where we're gonna have a problem. We got to get through him quickly here. Hitmonkey can do trauma. Let's see. We're gonna get stuck behind the Panda Pool taunt, though. Yeah, it's just Old Man Logan doing Old Man Logan things. I did have a singular match where I was able to put, because right here he's got stun trauma right there, and I was able to get that to land on Old Man Logan, and then I won. But whether the taunt was there or not, I mean, I could have put. That initial attack where Daredevil could have targeted him. I've done that before, and he just gets turn meter and runs over everybody. I mean, well, it's Old Man Logan, right? All right. So, I mean, we know about Old Man Logan. And then I do want to show them Alpha Flight. Actually, this is kind of a fun fight because it's quite divisive in the favor of Vigilante. And then I'm just going to put this, like, this team gets nowhere against Ms. Marvel Classic. Just absolutely gets destroyed by not only Absolute A-Force, but Astral. No thing there. So I do see maybe a potential situation, maybe even Crucible, where, you know, you got these safeguard teams and you want to get through all of that. I mean, look at how this goes. Okay. All right. Like, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Sure to head over to my other YouTube channel. If you're thinking about playing Raid Shadow Legends, you can scan the link in the description or the QR code on the screen, and you'll get a bunch of bonus stuff. They got a bunch of stuff going on right now for Raid Shadow Legends. You get a legendary out of the gate. You get an epic. You could use the promo code in the first 24 hours, and then you get another legendary, and then they also have a calendar starting on the 10th, and if you log in from the 10th to the 4th of May, you get another legendary. Good stuff. Bye for now.